Please do not be the one to cry on your birthday. I was crying all weekend. Happy 23rd to me. I said, can I be deadly honest with you guys? Can I have your autograph? Ha 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 ha. I want everyone in the world to know it's my birthday. Construction site. So I'm drinking, trying to make myself more fun. Let me tell you about Friday. Never been to San Carlo in my life. What do they call it? Sunny Sea or something. Oh yeah, you look gorgeous. Yeah, I don't look gorgeous. Oh, I'm minging now. I started panicking and I thought that I was going to have my first kiss with this lad. I can't believe I've had all these birthdays. I'm so old. I love a red wine and I love a drink, but I love a drink on my own terms. I was looking for a bit of eye candy. I was. Then I changed my Hinge profile to Llangollen. Dating me will look like that. I have felt so positive. That man that Phoebe dates in Friends when he's like just a bundle of positivity and everyone hates him, laughing like literally shoulders going, all looking at me like this. What if they all watch the podcast? Now I can breathe. Jesus Christ. So I turned 23 on Saturday the 1st of March 2025. And what did we do for my birthday? Let me think. Okay, so I was actually in two minds about my birthday on like a couple of months before, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and I was getting myself so stressed because every single birthday since I was like literally a baby too, I've always had a party and I've always had a theme and I've always had like this massive, huge, like big celebration. And this was the first year, apart from last year when I came in from America, this is the first year where I've like not done anything like that. Like there was no big party, there was no like hiring of a hall, there was no like massive invitations and like big suggestions and big, you know. So I was like, okay. And I felt like it was because I was turning 23. Also, apologies about the sun. Like, actually, I'm not apologising for the sun. I love you, son. You've made me so happy for the past couple of days. Like, this sun has been the best thing ever. But I'm in the camera trying my hardest to like sit in a perfect position. That's why I'm like more forward. Also, I didn't really know what type of angle to do with this camera. I'm very, very close to you, but I hope you don't mind. And it's definitely a different angle to normal because the picture is showing up more in the whatever. Anyway, enough about that. My birthday, this is the first year. So let's just recap. Let me tell you some themes that I've had over the past year. My 13th birthday. No, let's go. My 12th is the last one that I can remember. Was the first one that I can remember. My 12th birthday, I went to Blackpool Pleasure Beach with 4 of my friends from school, and we went with my dad, which was so random. Like, I felt like when I was a kid, it was always my dad taking me to places. Like, I can just always remember my dad being there for some mad reason. But anyway, the 4 of us went with my dad, which is not weird, by the way. I don't mean that it's weird. I just mean that, like, it's dead funny. The fact, like, why wasn't it my dad, my mum, Kane and Maple? Why was it just my dad and, like, the 4 of my mates from school? But then I suppose my mum was probably looking after Kane and Maple because they were a bit younger. Anyway, my 13th, I had a glow-in-the-dark pyjama party. And I remember I invited everyone from dance. I invited everyone from school. And it was, like, I felt like because it was on my like year 7 party and my year 8 party, it was like the time where everyone's like trying to be dead cool. So I thought it was a good way in there to just invite the whole school basically and just have this ball. And we had my 13th birthday, we had it in the hall that I now hire for Oakleigh School of Dance in Neston, which is just such like a nice circle of life because every time I go into that hall on a Thursday, I'm like, oh, my 13th birthday was here and now I'm 23 with like my own kids in this hall and I'm a teacher. So that was a funny party. My 14th birthday was Disney dress up. So I went as Sexy Maleficent and that was the year was that the year my dad had the shed? We had a shed. I think it was that blue shed because I must have got that for my 13th Christmas or something. But we had the blue shed and my mum had written Snogging Shed on it because this is the year where I had my first kiss. And I thought that I was going to have my first kiss with this lad in the Snogging Shed. But then my mate ended up snogging him as well. And I was like gutted because I never kissed anyone. But it doesn't matter because then I went to my mate's party the next week and then I had my first kiss, which was a whole other story that I've probably definitely talked about on this podcast. Then my 15th birthday was just like a normal birthday, no fancy dress, no nothing, because I felt like I was dead cool at 15. So I feel like a 15-year-old wouldn't have their dress up days because they're like a bit cool, and now we're in year 10. Like, and this, like, you wouldn't believe, I've got a dry mouth. Where's me Stanley? You would not believe what this looked like on my 15th birthday. I'm going to put some pictures here of what this area looked like. This used to be literally like a construction site. That's what I'm looking for. It used to be a construction site. It was when my dad was building this room. It was just like plasterboards, plaster, bricks. You'll see on these pictures, but this is what it used to look like. So then on my 16th birthday, we hired a hall in Heswell, and I had to have a joint birthday with my dad because the hall wouldn't let anyone have a party under the age of 18. So I had to pretend that it was a joint birthday with my dad. And that was the year that everyone was bringing in their drinks, like their little Echo Falls drinks and all the cans of beers and that. And what my mum had to do is she had to go and she had to take off all the beers and the Echo Falls off everyone, and had to go and stuff them in the bush because every single person who worked in that Heswell Hall would not let anyone in with Diet Coke, Fanta. Everyone was getting their Cokes like smelt and drank to see if anyone brought in any alcohol, which, like, I know, fair enough, legally you're trying to be legal and you're trying to be good, but we were just kids who wanted a little drink. So we also had these little jelly shots, and obviously they had like vodka and stuff in it, so we would just get rotten off these little vodka jelly shots. And that was a weird party as well, you know, because I felt like no one was there, but then when I look back at the pictures, like, it was so busy. And then obviously all these like random lads that I was seeing this one lad and all of his mates like turned up at the party, and it was a good party. That was a festival themed. Then my 17th birthday was a princess theme, and this is when I went to Jelly. And everyone from Jelly came over from Liverpool, and it was like a mental house party, and I dressed up as Ariel, but all the girls were like dressed up as princesses, and then a couple of the lads were like princes, and that was just one of them nights where it was just, when we went to Jelly the next week, we were like, oh my God, Harrison lost his tooth. He'd pulled a bottle of vodka or something and whacked his tooth. He's got a chipped tooth now because of that birthday. Like, just loads of funny memories that we'll still talk about now is just that 17th birthday. And that's what we were talking about at my birthday the other day. So then my 18th, I can't believe I've had all these birthdays. I'm so old. My 18th was a white party. Everyone in the room wore white and I wore pink. Like, it was just one of them random parties where everyone was there, and it was just so fun. I was like crowd surfing over everyone, and it was such a good party, my 18th. Like, it was so good. And it was the first year where, like, I didn't invite any of my normal friends from school. Like, I'd invited the girls, but the lads, like, never got an invite, because that's when I slowly realised that I don't have to be mates with everyone from school. So then my 19th was lockdown, and my 19th birthday was when I had a Barbie theme, and then my boyfriend at the time, he came and dressed as like Ken, and it was just dead cute because I had a little Barbie badge and he had a little Ken badge, and that was just a mental lockdown party. It was just me, my boyfriend, Maple. Kane had gone to the hospital for something with my dad, so then it was like our next door neighbours. We were just rotten. It was such a good party. So then my 20th, because we were coming out of lockdown, I'd booked 54. I'd booked a table in 54. It was an awful night, I'm not going to lie, because at that point in the years, like, 54 was only ever good, like, on a Saturday. So the Friday that I booked it, it was dead. It was just, like, us 6 girls, and I was just, like, waiting for something to happen. Not really that fun, to be honest, but it was just, yeah. And Faye was rotten. She was sick in all the cups. Oh, yeah. My 21st was the Y2K party, so it was 2002 themed, obviously, because I was born in 2002. So we'd hired Murphy's Gin Distillery in Liverpool, and that was just such a good party as well. Like, that was so fun. I'd gave one of my mates a lap dance. So many people were there. Like, everyone I've loved was there. All the dancers came. My 21st was the year when, like, a lot of my friends came. from all walks of life, like school. I'd rekindled with all my schoolmates, so they came. Loads of dance mates, loads of jelly mates, and I had everyone from Central that was there. All my family came. Like, it was such a good, big group of people, and I was rotten. I was dancing on the tables, giving speeches. Like, it was such a good party. But I do regret going to Pins after, because I felt like it just ruined the night. Like, why? This is the thing. I just love going to my own parties and then calling it a night, because then I try and go to Liverpool after and it's just a bunch of people that don't know it's my birthday. So then anyway, my birthday last year, my 22nd, that was when I came home from America. So I'd spent the week in Texas, had me little like gathering with all my friends from America, just as like a good goodbye, but also like a happy birthday as well. And that was such a good time. So then this year, happy 23rd to me. This year I done a 2-night event basically. I was having a stress for so many weeks and months actually, and I was like, what am I going to do? Because it's my first year where I'm in England again. I want it to be big, but I'm only 23, so what the hell am I going to do? Because it's not like a massive birthday. Let me just go and get me Stanley a sec. Hello, why is that blurry? Okay. So, yeah, I was having a stress because I was like, I want it to be really special because it's my birthday. It's my first year back home. I want to rekindle with all my friends, blah, 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 blah. My problem, and I'm going to be deadly serious now, I want everyone in the world to know it's my birthday, and I'm just going to admit it. I want the postman, the bin man, the lollipop lady, the waitress, the superstar Kim Kardashian. I want everyone to know that it's my birthday is what I'm trying to say. And my problem is that I'm also riddled with the fact, like, I'm not the best host on a night out. Like, I'm not the best leader in a social event. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit, I don't think I'm socially awkward. I just think I like to sit back and watch. That is my problem. So I felt really awkward, like, taking charge, because if I'm the leader, I'm not a big party animal. I'm not a wild animal. Like, I'm not wild on my nights out. Like, I love to have a drink and I like to watch. I like to have a little flirt, and then that's as wild as I go. Like, I'm not this big, massive party animal. And I've only realised that after Friday. So let me tell you about Friday. And if you're watching and you came with me on Friday, I'm just so sorry. And this is a formal apology, because I had invited my dance friends. And the reason I call them dance friends is because, like, we're all in the same industry. We're all in the same job. We all know each other in this way. So I've kind of, it's so weird, but I've kind of split my friends this birthday from, like, home friends and dance friends, like, separately. Both groups, my best friends, I just halved them so that I could spend the whole weekend celebrating. And I knew some of my friends couldn't come on the Saturday, so I wanted to make sure I seen them. So I'd done it on the Friday. So anyway, I booked San Carlo. Never been to San Carlo in my life. What do they call it? Sunny Sea or something? I don't know what they call it. Never been to San Carlo. Booked it. Bought this gorgeous, like, cherry red dress. Got my hair curly blowed. I'd done everything that I thought you were supposed to do on a birthday as a 23-year-old. And I felt like I was going to be in an episode of Scouse Life or something. Like, I felt like it was giving Scouse print. It was the San Carlo, the curly blow, the boob tube dress, like that's what it was serving. And I felt like that's what I was supposed to do as a 23-year-old. What I wanted to do was have a surprise party where someone just invited everyone from all walks of life and everyone just celebrated me. But I tried to do something that everyone does and just, like, do it the normal way that I thought. So I'd booked San Carlo. I think I invited, like, maybe 10 of my friends. So then on the night, it was the 5 of us. So it was me, Kaya, Emily, Rachel and Harrison, so there's 5 of us on this table. And what killed me off was like when I turned up at the thing, he was like, is there gonna be the 8 of you? And I was like, oh, yeah, I think so. So us 5 are sat on this table that's made for like 10. And it's like half of us, and I'm thinking, oh, bless us, like, these people have really come up to show for my birthday. This is where the problem started. I started panicking that everyone like wasn't enjoying themselves enough. And I started like putting all this pressure on myself. Like, I hope that people are enjoying themselves at my birthday. Whereas previously at my parties, my mum worries about that, or my dad worries about that. Like, there's other people in the room that worry about the entertainment or the hosting. Whereas in San Carlo, I felt like it was all on me. And anyone who knows me knows that, like, I'm not the biggest person for conversation. Like, I know that sounds awful, but like, I'm always a listener. Like, I'm a listener first. I'd sit there in silence and I'll let you talk. And I know that sounds like bizarre because on here I'm such a conversator, and on my socials I'm such a conversator, but in like a one-to-one situation or a group setting, I love to just listen. So I keep crossing my legs, and I've tried to hide the fact that I'm in my Ayet Franz joggers, but I am in them. I am. So let's all just leave all of that fake for last year. We're real in 23. Oh, next door, I haven't worked done. So I started panicking, and I hope that like you 5 did not see any of this, but I started panicking thinking like, is there something I'm supposed to know? Is there something that I've missed? Is there something that I'm supposed to do? And what made me heart dead happy was when Kaya came with balloons for me, and her and Em had like got me some balloons and a card. And I was like, oh, you have thought about me. That's really lovely. And then the guys, they got me a birthday cake and candle, and everyone sang happy birthday to me. And I thought, that's really thoughtful. Because I was panicking as well that like my birthday wasn't going to be as big as usual, because normally there's like big cake, big balloons, big this, cameras everywhere, on the mic, karaoke, dancers, laptop, blah, 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 blah. Whereas like I was in San Carlo and I was trying my best to do like the normal thing. So then I've ate. So I'm like, and everyone's like, oh, after their food. So I said, okay, shall we go to the townhouse? So we go to the townhouse, and I'm dancing, and I am stressing myself out thinking, everyone here is over the age of 60, all looking like businessmen. It's not giving party, and it was a Friday as well. So I'm proper panicking here, and I'm thinking, oh, please, someone just like do something. So I'm drinking, trying to make myself more fun. And this is where anyone who's watching, never try and be anyone you're not, because it gets you in a really bad position. I was trying to be a big drinker. I love a red wine and I love a drink, but I love a drink on my own terms. I was trying my hardest to get drunk so that the group could have a good time. And I don't even know why I was thinking about this, because the 4 people I was with are my best friends. Like, they weren't just like work colleagues, or they weren't just like strangers. They were 4 people who've known me for a long time, who know what I'm like, who love me. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know why I was panicking. Literally, this has got nothing to do with you guys. If you're watching, it's all on me and my head. So I'm drinking, and I'm like, please get drunk, Oakleigh, please get drunk. And I couldn't get drunk. I'd already had 2 bottles of Prosecco and like 2 glasses of red wine, and I wasn't getting drunk. So then I'm thinking, okay, it's getting closer to midnight. It's nearly my birthday. What the hell am I going to do when it hits midnight, because I don't want to be in town? So then I'm panicking, thinking it's nearly 12 o'clock and it's not where I want to be, because guess what else I'd been doing over the past week? I'd been planning what I was going to do with a fire, with the universe, to bring in my 23rd birthday. So then I'm panicking. And then I said, it's not a vibe in here, is it? And then I think Harrison or Rachel, they suggested Albert Slosh. I was like, okay, let's go. So we get in the taxi, and Harrison's like, I feel like I'm holding back. And I was like, I feel like I'm holding back. I said, can I be deadly honest with you guys? I said, I feel like something's stopping me. I'm putting all this pressure on myself, and I don't know what's going on. So I just let it all out. I was like, this is the problem. This is what's happening. I want to change. I want to have a good time. It's my birthday, blah, de, blah, de, blah. And I also said to Em, like, are you getting the last train home? Because I'm thinking, girl, I want to go. We get to Albert Slosh. It is chock-a-block. And all I'm thinking is, no one in this room knows it's my birthday. Oh, I'd got a happy birthday headband actually from the lady in the toilets in the townhouse. Okay, so I go to the bar. The barman gives us all free shots for my birthday, which was dead lovely. I was like, yes, okay. Everyone, it's starting to feel like my birthday. We do a lap around Albert Slosh. And again, you know what I was looking for? And this is awful and I hate myself for it. I was looking for a bit of eye candy. I'm just going to be deadly honest with you. I was looking for someone to be a little bit attractive, to have that like little bit of eye contact with, and it wasn't giving that at all. Hello? Oh yeah. And I hated myself for it because like, I feel like I only ever look for a man's attention when I'm not enjoying like me time. Does that make sense? And I don't even know how that sounds, and I don't care how it sounds. It's the truth. To be honest, it's the truth. So everyone was just not looking too good, in my opinion, in the Albert Slosh. Like for me, like I wasn't attracted to anyone in there. We're walking around this lap. This girl knocks into me. My red wine goes all over me dress. And at this point, my pressure in my head is up here. And I just went, it's fine. I was like, it's okay. Because obviously I'm not going to ruin her night. Like, she knocked me over by accident. My fault for having my hands. I said, oh, no, it's okay. People pleaser. It's okay. No, don't worry. Oh, yeah, you look gorge. Yeah, I don't look gorge. Oh, I'm minging now. So then we get to the table and my eyes are filling up. And I'm thinking, oh, for God's sake, please do not be the one to cry on your birthday. And I look at Em and I go, I'm just going to go to the toilet. Anyway, Em follows me in. By the way, Em, you are such a good friend. Just this whole night, you were such a good friend. And I am definitely the high maintenance friend, and I'm so sorry about it. So I go to the toilet and I am crying my eyes out. And I am like, Emily, I've got to go home. I don't want to be out. I don't want to be here. And my lips are huge because I'm crying. And I've got my hair in a knot. And Emily's like giving me a hug like, Oak, like you don't have to do anything you don't want to. Like we're all just staying out for you. And I was like crying my eyes out. And then I was like, I'm so sorry. I just don't want to be here. Like I really don't want to be in Albert Slosh on my birthday. I don't want it to hit 12 and for me to be in Albert Slosh. So she's like, it's fine. I said, I'm going to go and get some fresh air outside. So then anyway, I said to the guys, I said, I'm fine. I'm just going to go and have a breather. So Rachel and Harrison were still inside. And I went outside and the bouncer was like, you okay, love? And I was like, yes. Because I didn't want to look drunk. Because I wasn't drunk. I was just upset. So I didn't want them to think that I was like a big drunken mess. Again, worrying about what other people think. Why was I bothered? So then I go outside and I'm like crying to her and she's giving me a hug. She's wiping me tears, bless her. And she's going, you're trying to be someone that you're not. You're not a big party girl. She said, you don't like going out. Why are you trying to be like for everyone? And I said, Emily, I'm trying to make sure that everyone's having a good time. And then I was like, when I turn 23, I am not going to I'm not going to try and fit in. I'm not going to treat like anyone else. And you know what she kept saying? She was like, we love you for you. She was like, we love Oakleigh for Oakleigh. She was like, why are you trying to be? And I was like, oh, you're such a good friend. And then she was like, well, happy birthday anyway, because it hit 12. And I was like, thank you. And I was like, I'm stressing myself out because I want to go and do all this like spiritual stuff, but I'm not born until 2:30, so I'm okay. So then anyway, I was fine, took a deep breath, and Rachel's dad was taking us home. And then, long story short, I'd gone and told Harrison and Rachel, and I said, I am so sorry for being the worst host of my life, and I am apologising to them. And they both just found me hysterical. They were like, I can't believe you're crying on your birthday. And then do you know what Harrison said? Harrison said to me, it's because not everyone here is celebrating your birthday, because me and Harrison are like on the same level. He was like, it's because people aren't celebrating your birthday. I said, do you reckon it is? And I said, I feel awful about that. And Harrison was like, no. He was like, it's just who you are. You want everyone to know it's your birthday. It's like, okay. So again, both of them were just so lovely as well. So then when we went outside, Harrison and Rachel were telling everyone to like sing me happy birthday in the beer garden. And then I was crying my eyes out thinking, I've got the best friends ever. And honestly, you couldn't have stopped me crying. I was crying all weekend. Nearly choked. So then I cried and I was like, I'm so sorry. And they thought it was hysterical. So it was all fine. Rachel's dad took us home. Rachel's dad took us all the way to Widnes to drop Harrison off, all the way to Neston to drop me off, then went to theirs because Emily's from where Rachel is from. And that drive was the best part of the night because I was talking with my friends. I wasn't trying to be anyone else. We were just like editing a few photos that we had took of the night, and we were laughing and we were like reminiscing. That was the best part of the night. And I just can't believe that I cried on my birthday. But as well, I kind of learned something about myself on Friday. And it's that, for one, I need to have a party on my birthday. Otherwise, I won't fully enjoy it. 2, I'm definitely the listener when it comes to a group setting. And 3, my friends like me for who I am, not for who I try and be, or not for like my reputation or anything to do with my career. Like, they like me for me. And I realised that because everything that everyone was like laughing at me about or talking about, it was like the tiny minute things that like I'd never even think about myself. Harrison was saying how funny I was in these situations. Rachel was reminding me about different things. Emily was telling me that I don't have to be like anyone else. And it was just such a lovely realisation to end my 22nd birthday of being like, yeah, actually, I am going to go into the age 23 and I am going to just be exactly who I am, not try and fit in, not try and be anything, and celebrate myself because I do. Everyone knows I love myself. Like, I'm not trying to hide that. And I like people celebrating my birthday. I can't help it. It's just the way I am. So I'm not going to try and hide it. I'm going to have a party for my 24th. And actually, do you know what? I'm going to have a party for Easter. I'm going to have a party for the next celebration. I'm going to have a party for when Oakleigh Elizabeth School of Dance turns 4. I am. So that was my Friday night. Can we all just take a little deep breath a sec so I can tell you about Saturday? This is how you drag your birthday on for a whole week and a half. Just give me a sec. Just give me 1 sec. I downloaded Hinge again. I downloaded Hinge and then changed the location to Manchester because Manchester's just full of fitties. Then I changed my Hinge profile to Llangollen because I wouldn't mind a little Welshman, but I wouldn't want it to be like too far in Wales. Then I realised that no one in Llangollen is my type at all. Then I changed it. Then I changed it to Oakleigh. Did I change it? But then I changed it back to Neston because I thought, yeah, I am from Neston. And you know what? I'm proud to be from Neston and I'm proud to be from the Wirral. So I am also not ashamed to fancy someone from the Wirral. Okay. Do you want to see me Hinge profile? This is my first picture. Dating me will look like that. Hell yeah, baby. The best way to ask me out is by asking me out. Cutest. Okay, let's talk about Saturday. Because Saturday was my actual birthday. Also, sorry, Stacey, if you're watching this, I've just moved the mic 500 times and I know you don't like me doing that. Okay, so, Saturday. Oh, no! Yes. When I came home from my night out on Friday, I'd messaged my mum and I said, can you please put the fire on? Because I've got some negative thoughts I need to burn before I turn 23. She's messaging me on Snapchat like, no, Oak, I'm going to bed. No, please don't. I've never heard my mum say no to me ever in my life. I thought, how dare you say no? So I said, please, just some matches. I don't need a big fire. I just want some matches so I can burn some negative thoughts. No. So I thought, I am going to get some matches, Emily. I am. Whether you're asleep or not, I'm 23 years old, so I will go in the garden and light a fire. So then I walked in to my house and my dad was sat at the breakfast bar. It must have been like 1:30. He was sat at the breakfast bar. Him and my mum and Maple have obviously just decorated like the kitchen for my birthday. I walked in and my dad had hold of matches and he looked so tired and he was like, here you go. Because let me tell you something about my mum and dad. They would do absolutely anything for me, and I mean that. Like, if I asked them to do the most bizarre thing, they'd be like, yeah, let me do it, let me support you, let me see how it goes. He was just sat there with his matches. I could tell that he was knackered. He just wanted to go to bed, but he wanted to make me happy. So I'd gone upstairs in my pyjamas, took my makeup off and put my hair in a bun, went into the garden with my notebook, and I wrote loads of things that I want to burn and kill for my 23rd birthday. I didn't want to have any laziness, any self-doubt, or any part of me trying to fit in. Those were the 3 things that I burnt. And it was the most, honestly, like, when I tell you I spent that whole Friday crying, I cried my eyes out doing it. And it was the most amazing release of energy ever. And I must admit, this week, since turning 23, I've never been so motivated in all my life. And I know it's only been about literally 2 days. But I have felt so positive, so amazing, so in love with the journey that I'm on. And I was just really grateful for that time that I spent. So anyway, moving on to Saturday morning. I had booked the potting shed in Liverpool, which was called Biscuit. And there's it's like a franchise. So there's one in Oxton and there's one in Liverpool. I didn't want to go to the Oxton one because I was going to spend my evening in Oxton. So I booked the one in Liverpool so that my Auntie Kate could come, and like Scarlett and Jack and me Ashley could come, like, if they wanted to. Basically, my family's in Liverpool, so if anyone wanted to join us, it was in perfect distance for them. So I wake up, do our tradition of like walking down the stairs together and like the birthday girls in front. I was like, wow, like this whole thing. I'd got a heart-shaped cake, which is what I asked for. I got a pair of New Balance, and I got money to pay for my dance shots that I'm getting tomorrow. So that was all amazing. And then I got a card. I got a card off Maple. And I don't know why it hit home, but as soon as I started reading it, I just cried my eyes out because I thought, like, I'm your sister, like, and that's my sister. And Kane stayed in Nell's the night before because I don't know his reasoning, but he stayed with Nell the night before because he was going to be in Liverpool in the day anyway for my birthday. So I cried, then Maple cried, then my dad's tearing up, my mum's tearing up, everyone's crying, and I just thought, like, I'm just so grateful to be 23. I don't know how to explain this, but like, I am so blessed to be alive that every day feels so magnificent to be alive. And I literally sound like that man that Phoebe dates in Friends when he's like just a bundle of positivity and everyone hates him. But I can't explain it. Like, I'm just so blessed to be alive. Like, I've made it to 23 years. That's so long. Like, that's so long. The kids in work literally think I'm an old woman. Like, that's long. It's such a blessing. So anyway, we went to Biscuit and it was such a fun day of pottery, but I was shattered. I am just definitely not an artist. Kane was colouring in this cat for about 4 hours before he decided to actually do anything else with it. My dad had made me a mermaid because obviously when I was growing up, all I wanted to be was a mermaid. My mum had made me a mug. My Auntie Kate had made a surprise. And Maple had done this absolutely beautiful artistic painting on this little thing. And it was just amazing. Like, it was just such a lovely place. There was another family and it was her 21st birthday, and we sang happy birthday with each other. Like, we had a nice, it was just a really lovely, but you know how long it took? 4.5 hours. We got there at 12. We didn't leave till 4:30. We then went to the Baltic markets to get Maple a burger. We didn't get home till 6. No, we got to charge my mum's car in Birkenhead at 6. Didn't get home till about 7. Everyone had a sunbed. Then we'd gone and booked the Elixir in Oxton for 8:30, Jess came to mine early so that we could like get ready together, and it was just like a proper long day, and I didn't even have a nap. So then when Jess came, she'd got me a bottle of Prosecco, and it was this gorgeous Prosecco. It was so warm and nice. Wasn't drunk though, we drank the bottle. I got dressed, loved my outfit. Everyone had like a little date to come, went to the Elixir, and we all just had like a big table. But let me tell you something about what school can do to your PTSD, because Oxton is full of the Wirral. And I never started going till maybe just before December. So I've only really been going out in Oxton for a couple of months. Oh my God, the PTSD is real, especially when it's your birthday, because in school, I used to wear a tiara, a sash, big makeup, long hair. It was like centre of attention for me, 101. It was attention 101, okay? And the looks I used to get in school, I used to thrive off it, to be honest. But it used to be like the talk. Like I just knew everyone was slagging me off, or everyone was giving me dirty looks. Everyone thought I was just this like obnoxious woman on my birthday, which I was. So I turned up at the Elixir in a netted white jumpsuit, like what Liv Atkins. Who the hell's Liv Atkins? What's her name? Olivia Atwood. What she wore for the Brits was basically that, but it was just like diamantes. And I'd worn a tiara. And then when I walked in, I seen this lad that I sort of knew from school, and he whispered into his, I think it's his girlfriend, whispered into her ear. And then I'm just seeing all of them look at me. And I was like, I thought, hi. And I thought, wow, this is giving me year 11 PTSD. And I was like, hiya. Obviously, they didn't say hello. They were like, and I was like, hiya, go to the bar. Seeing all my friends was dead lovely, and I could just tell. And I said this to Freya, I said, I don't know if it's me paranoia, but is everyone in this room giving me dirty looks or what? Because everyone was like that. And then the odd few people would come up to me and say, oh my God, you look amazing. And I think, wow, that takes real guts to actually physically go up to someone and tell them they look good, you know what I mean? Because the easiest thing to do is just go. And then when we walked past this big long table, I recognised a few of them, but they were all like laughing, like literally shoulders going, all looking at me like this. And again, it could have been in my head, like it literally could have all been in my head. So I'm not saying that that's truth. It's like a theory of my brain. And I just got this feeling of like, oh my God. But then I thought, this is everything I wanted when I was younger. Like, I want people to know who I am. I want people to know what I do. I want people to see me dance. I want people to see me act. I want people to see me do this. I want people to have watched the podcast. I want people to have seen the TikTok. Like, I want to be seen, if that makes sense. But the way they were all looking at me felt like, oh, sugar, like, are they all saying all nasty things? And then when I sat next to Ellie told me a story that like one of her mates in work or something has been watching me TikTok, and she'd mentioned coming to my birthday, and she had loads of positive things to say about me. And then I said to Ellie, I said, I've just been dead paranoid and like dead insecure about everyone looking at me, but what if they all watch the podcast and they're all talking about how amazing I am? Like, why does the first thing that we do with our brains have to be negative? Why can't I say to myself, they watch the podcast, they watch your TikToks, like they like what you do? It doesn't always have to be negative. The first thing that I thought when they were all looking at me was, oh my God, they're all laughing at my outfit. Oh my God, they're all laughing at me because I'm wearing a tiara. Oh my God, they all remember me from school and they're laughing about something from school. Why wasn't it? Wow, they think I'm amazing. Wow, they actually think I'm the most prettiest girl in the world. Yeah, they think I'm such a good dancer, and they're definitely talking about how amazing my dance videos are. It just never goes to that, and it should. That's the one thing I wish our brains done, was turn our first thoughts positive. So anyway, but I was fine, like I was literally okay, and I was really happy. And you know what? It was everything I wanted. It was a table full of my best friends. I had Kane and his girlfriend. Why did I just say his girlfriend? Like, it's not just Nell. I had Kane and Nell. Sorry, Nell. I didn't mean to call you his girlfriend. It was Kane and Nell. It was Tom, his girlfriend, Sophie. It was Maple and her date. All in a cute little like dating scenario, just like the boys on one side, the girls on the other side. And then to me left, I had 4 of my best friends, Freya, Jess, Hetty and Ellie, with me mum and dad at the end. And I was just in the middle thinking, I am so lucky to be here and to have these people in my lives because they are the most important people. Yes, I did invite like 15 people to the Oxton, but I'm actually kind of glad it ended up being like the table that it was because it was just a lovely group of really me best friends who love me to absolute bits. And I'm not saying that the others don't. I'm just saying that I know that I'm important to these guys. Like these guys here, I'm important. Whether I'm like Kane's sister or what, like I am important and they are so important to me. So it was really funny and I was also able to just sit back and watch. There was no pressure on me hosting because they know what I'm like. Like there was no pressure on me trying to be centre of attention. Obviously I'd had to cry before, so I was like a little less awkward. These just wanted to talk, and the thing about my friends is like they love to yap. So I was just sitting and watching and I was just dead proud of them. And I had such a good time. So then got sung Happy Birthday to, nearly set the place on fire. It was everything I wanted. All eyes were on me. Wahey, everyone knew it was my birthday. So then my mum was struggling loads with a bad back, so she went home early, but we'd stayed on and went to the bar and grill next door, the OBK, not the bar and grill. And it was chock-a-block, like it was chocker, it was so full, like there was so many people in there. And the thing I love about Oxton is just like everyone's gorgeous. Like I'd fancy everyone in the room, like girls, boys, everyone, like they all just are so fit. And I'm like, wow, yous are all just dead sexy. The only thing is like this girl went past me, she went to her mate, can I have your autograph? And they both like giggled and I knew they were literally behind me here, and she shouted it dead close to my ear and I thought, wow, yeah, do you know what? If I turned around and I said, yeah, would you like it? You'd probably die. So I thought, you're just probably a little bitch, but anyway, it's fine because just bless your soul. So then anyway, I had a really good time. My dad came back and Sadie was just hilarious with me dad. Like it was just a proper funny time. This lad was speaking to me at the bar. He was lovely, really interested, and he was really interested in like what I had to say, which was nice. And yeah, I was just that like happy medium drunk. Like it was just really nice. Maple was rotten. She wanted to go on to the Heswell, so then my dad got in. I had to convince Maple not to force my dad to go. I was going, my dad cannot come to Heswell. There's no way on this planet that me and my dad are going to Swade. Like I've made a commitment this year that I am not going to Swade, because the thing what happens with me is like if I do get drunk, I can't stop, and like Swade to sober me is like, get away from me now, please. It is just full of underage babies, like steam. The bouncers are horrible. The only good thing about it is that the lads behind the bar are actually hysterical, and we had a really good time every time I've been in there. But like the thought of me actually going there knocks me sick. But you know, when I'm drunk, I think, girls, let's go to Swade. Why? So then we dropped Maple off. Me and my dad went home. We had the nicest heart-to-heart about me as a baby, because there's pictures of me as a baby, and then went home, and then went to bed. And then the next day I woke up really excited because I went to work. I wasn't hungover. I was really happy. The kids made me so many gifts. The kids made me so many cards, all their gorgeous little drawings. Like I was so grateful to just be in, because the one thing I didn't want to do was get too drunk that I couldn't go to work. And I also didn't want to cancel work either, because they literally are my best mates. Like they are my children. I can't explain to you how much like I feel like they're mine. Like I would love and protect them so much. I don't want anything to happen to them, and I just want them to have such a good time at dance. So it was a really, really, really good birthday. And then I came home and I was like, wow, I've had the best weekend surrounded by my absolute favourite people. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like that is how you drag it on with the people that love you the most and that I love the most. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much to everyone who's like sent me a message, who's came to my birthday. And if you couldn't come, You better come next year. Next year I'm going to have a party. And yeah, to all the families who spent money on getting me gifts as well, because I know that when the kids come to me with gifts, it's from your pocket. So thank you so much. I've had a really good time and now I can breathe. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm really grateful, and the one thing that I'm really going to focus on in my 23rd year is being okay with not fitting in and not being like everyone else and being fully okay with it, because I think I still have a part of me in my social in my social era, like as myself in a social setting, I still try and be really cool, and I still try and be like just really cool, I suppose. Like I try and drink like everyone else. I try and like dress like everyone, and I'm just not like that. Like I'm not a party animal. That's it. If you want a party animal, don't come to me. You're better off going out with me mum if you want a party animal. But if you want to be a party animal and let someone watch, I'll come with you, because I love watching me party animals. I've got mates who are mental and I love it because I just sit there and I think, wow, you're absolutely off your rocker. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening. I'm glad I could drag it out to one more thing, which is my podcast. And I've got my little gifts up here that you can't really see, but thank you so much for the best birthday ever. Here's to 23. 23 is going to be the best year of my life, and I can't wait. So thank you for sharing it with me, and love you loads. We are on social media. Come and watch us on TikTok, Spotify, YouTube. We're on Instagram together, and me and Maple are always posting random things on our own socials too, so make sure you follow and let people know. Let me know if you enjoyed it, okay? Lots of love. Bye. Mwah.